So one of my first questions for you is music is really big in my family. My mom, she loves Michael Jackson. She like my nephew's like he is 8 years old. He knows all like the top musicians and stuff like that. What does music mean to you, and why did you make a career of being a composer?
I early on when I was a kid, I I noticed music in films, and I was drawn into it since I was a kid. And I was already, trying to learn music, etc. But very early on, I noticed there's something there, and it affects the films, and it's so cool. And since then, since I was a kid, I was like interested in the whole craft and how powerful it is to shape a film. Helps to tell the story, and yeah. So I'm being very, 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 very lucky to have these opportunities, and work in film.
How did you go about putting together the music for this film? Because I mean, you can go many ways with it, but like, how did you sit down and was just like, okay, I got it, or like, what was that moment for you?
It was a long process, a lot of talks, a lot of trial and error, because we were trying to find what's the right sound, what really can connect, tell the story, portray Frida and her spirit, her rebelliousness, the intimacy of her thoughts, and so it was a long process, and we were also trying to make something that wasn't like so clearly Mexican. We didn't want it to be like such a localized or focalized kind of thing. Something more universal, because she's such a big uh, persona. It's such a she has such a worldwide presence, and so we wanted to support that. And so, anyways, it was a long process. Eventually, I think we found it. We hope, and we'll see what people say about it. Yeah.
You have brought up trial and error. How important is that in the work that you do? Like just trying stuff and figuring it out? Because I feel like sometimes people are scared of failure. But what do you have to say to that?
It's the key. I mean, it's my day and bread, or how do you say what? I don't know what the saying is, but my everyday kind of process. It's hard to know at the beginning of a movie, of a project, how you're gonna go about it, because, like you said, the possibilities are endless. And but trying, and in a way, you kind of fail is kind of like a harsh word, but it helps you sort of discard certain things, and eventually, something comes out, and yeah, it's great. I think it's the way to go for me.
I think it's for everyone. How I end my interviews, when people watch this interview, what do you want them to get from it?
What do you want?
What do you want people, when they watch what you had to say during this interview, what do you want them to get from it?
Give from
From like what you had to say during this interview, what are some things that you want them to like remember or just to stick with them?
Well, no, just I hope they get a chance to see the film. I hope they and reconnect or rediscover Frida again. She has become such a brand nowadays, and so I think this film will hopefully can make people rediscover her. Where did she come from? Why is she now seen as the way she's seen? That's it.
In the end, everything will be carved in stone.